today I'll be talking about Epic private internet cash. So it's Epic Cash, and it's a new blockchain. It's a privacy-oriented blockchain. It's one of the new ones. And McAfee said in 2020, privacy-oriented coins and medicine-oriented coins will be in favor. So this is a privacy-oriented coin, and at the if you look at the what's happening in today's world in the crypto space, with Facebook coming up with Libra, and everybody's privacy conscious. You don't want to give your private information to other people, and you don't want to leave transaction trails. So this is one of the important coins. So I'll be taking a look at that Epic Cash. So like I said, I'll be talking about how private the Epic Cash coin is, the blockchain is, what they're doing it to make it private, how it is fungible, why it's fungible, and it's mineable, and how it is scalable. So we'll take a look at all of these features, and talk about that and see if the Epic Cash is gonna do any good. All right. So let's get to it then. All right, folks. So let's take a look at it and see if they're any good. So, like I said, this is Epic Private Internet Cash, and Epic Cash combines everything good about cryptocurrencies, right? So it's got private money, it's got finite supply, 21 million, just like Bitcoin. It's highly decentralized, it's got peer-to-peer communication, and it's accessible to everyone, and it's got a fair distribution. All right, so what it does is it's trying to combine everything the other cryptocurrencies are doing separately. So one is speedy, and the other one is private, and the other one is something else. So Epic Cash is combining all of that together. So like I said in my introduction video, in the section, it is private, it's fungible, it's mineable, and it is scalable. So how? Let's take a look at it, right? Why is it private? Why is it fungible? What does that mean, fungible? And why is it mineable? And why is it scalable? How they made it scalable? Well, it's private because there are no wallet addresses or visible transactions, just like in Bitcoin or Ethereum, where you have your public address, and everybody can see what tokens you have, how many Ethereum you have, how many Bitcoin you have. If you post it online on Twitter or something, and then you can see other people, the other people can see that you have this many Bitcoin or this many Ethereum or these tokens or whatever. They can see your portfolio. But with Epic, users decide what to show to whom with view keys. So you have a view key, and you decide who to show what. And Dandelion transaction propagation deters the anonymization between wallet and node. So you don't lose your anonymity. You're still anonymous, right? And so the losing anonymous features between wallet and node are not there. So this is a good technology. Only kernels verifying the integrity of the chain are left as evidence of past transactions. So you need those showing the integrity of the chain. Otherwise, how would you know what happened? What kind of transactions happened in the past? Are they okay or not? That's the purpose of the distributed ledgers, right? You have to have some kind of blockchain proof that these are the transactions. But in this Epic Cash blockchain, transactions are divided and blinding factors are introduced. This basically hides transaction values and other transaction parameters, right? So it's a privacy-oriented coin, like I said, and you can hide your transaction values and other transaction parameters because they either divide the transactions or combine the transactions. So you can have multiple inputs and outputs of transactions are combined into a single transaction, which hides those multiple transactions also. Or you can have transactions being divided and blinded and introducing blinding factors. So they're working hard to be private. All right. Okay. Fungibility is fungible, and fungibility is the ability of a good or asset to be interchanged with other goods or assets of the same type, just like physical cash. Um, you know, so if you have like $100 of physical cash, you can change it with another $100 of physical cash, right? Nobody's gonna tell you different, saying that, oh, your $100 is different than this guy's $100. No, nobody's gonna say that. But in with Bitcoin and Ethereum and some other cryptocurrencies, there is this problem that because the transaction history of every Bitcoin is known, maybe the guy used it in hacking or for some illegal, for buying illegal drugs or selling illegal drugs or whatever. So there are mixture methods today. People are using mixture methods to get bitcoins that are not traceable. So there are some services that mix your bitcoin online, but the problem is the trust to these services are decreasing because some of them screwed up. You have to get the best one, and the best ones are kind of more expensive. So it's really a headache. I mean, just to get a mixture of your Bitcoin. So even if you bought that Bitcoin from an exchange, you might have to explain, what it is and where it came from and all that. So, and if it goes to court, they extend claim based on UTXOs, and it's possible to have assets, your Bitcoin, tied up for years in a situation like Mt. Gox or BTC, things like that. So, courts can do all kinds of different things, even though it's your own coin and you claim that. You say that, okay, I bought this from an exchange, but they're like, oh, it came from an illegal trade or something. So even though you legally obtain your coins with your own money, if it comes from a hack or a theft or something like that, it could be illegal to own. It boggles the mind, I know, but that's what happens. So these privacy coins are doing better because of that reason. Over-eager regulators, I think. That's the problem. So Epic Cash adopts the mimblewimble protocol, which is what Green is using these days. There's a token called Green, but Epic is using this protocol. And what it does is it mixes every transaction together, and it discards intermediate data from the blockchain through a process known as cut-through. So what it does is it cuts through the middle data. So you can't really track transactions due to this mimblewimble protocol, which is kind of like a mixture protocol, but it's inherent in the Epic Chain's own code. So it's you don't have to go to another service to get it. So every Epic currency unit is indistinguishable from another, just like physical cash. Like, remember how I was telling you, if you have $100, it's the same as the other $100. It's the same thing for Epic currency. So if you have one Epic cash, it's indifferent. It's not any different than any other Epic cash. This may sound like future problems, but they're here right now. So Epic is a globally accepted, trustless, bearer instrument without counterparty risk, right? So you have the same fungibility as physical cash using Epic currency. It is mineable, just like Bitcoin, and it's decentralized, and you can mine it with a CPU, GPU, or ASIC. So you might know it, but Bitcoin can only be mined with ASIC because the others are too weak at this point. And Ethereum is ASIC resistant, so you can mine it with GPU. But people have been finding solutions for that and using ASIC to mine Ethereum, but it's mainly GPU. So you can mine Epic with CPU, GPU, or ASIC. I mean, when Bitcoin first started, people were mining it using a CPU. Anyways, so they have the corresponding consensus algorithms, and the algorithm is favoring CPUs and GPUs in the first years, but then it's going to move on to ASIC, just like kind of imitating Bitcoin. I can tell you that much. So scalability is the most important problem in today's distributed ledgers, right? Yeah, I need to put some animated something here. But anyways, so scalability is the most important problem. We have distributed ledgers in proof of work coins like Bitcoin and others, and when it comes to a lot of people using it, it might not scale. And Ethereum sometimes just bloats to the point that none of the transactions go through, or the gas fees are going crazy, like it goes up to 20, 30 GUI and things like that. Epic Cash, you have a block pruning mechanism, and it cuts through just like in plants. You know how you prune plants? You cut old branches and unneeded branches, and you shape it like you want. And you have a block pruning mechanism in Epic Cash, just like in plants. So this significantly reduces blockchain size. So you may not think it's a problem now, but once you get to terabytes and such, nobody will want to download this huge blockchain. So distributing ledgers to the people may not be as feasible as you think. Once you get to a point that it has been here for like 20, 30 years. Bitcoin has been here for 10 years and has not stopped since. It has not folded even once, but increased blockchain size is a problem. And it has 60-second block times and lightweight blockchain for faster sync times than most blockchain, and block size is 1 MB. Here I have some semi-technical info, and it used to be July, now they moved it to August 1st, 2019, and starting supply is 0, and supply is 21 million in year 2140. So it's almost 21 years from now. So I'm expecting 1 million in a year. Well, it's going to be going in decreased amounts. So anyways, so 21 million is going to be the total supply of this. Okay, so these are the things that you can use in nodes. All right, so here are some links. Epic Tech is the website, but they're not doing ICO. They're not collecting money. They're just doing this to introduce this coin to the world. So, all right. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next video. I hope you like my Epic Cash presentation.